All right, so for this first discussion, we were asked to describe a content-specific topic and literacy skill that we'll be teaching. So the content that I picked to teach is softball. I'll be a PE teacher. And I will need my students to verbally, so speak, and tell me about the game that they're playing, the skills that they need. I'll need them to describe to me how they are performing those skills. And then the second question was to describe 3 different ways you can share this with your students. So for the first one, I figured I could have PowerPoint presentation. Might be kind of hard out at PE, but I'm all about making things work. So maybe a PowerPoint presentation where my students can answer questions that I have listed out on the PowerPoint about the skills, the rules of the sport, the proper techniques. The second one was that I can have different stations set up where the students will be performing each of the skills that I am requiring of them. And then at the same time, I have support staff currently at the job I'm at. And I can have support staff at each of the stations where they can ask the students questions about, what skill is being performed here, and the students will have to ask. Asking them, is this the proper form? Is this the proper form? Having them answer yes, no, then having them show the proper form. And the last one would be maybe just a whole group setting where all the students are together. They're all asked the questions. It's kind of like a game of who can answer the fastest. And that way maybe that they're in like a big group setting and they can all work together to find the correct answers that I'm asking them. But those are the 3 different ways, and that would be the lesson and literacy skill that I would be using is speak.